Folks, welcome back. Video number 2. We are back to the world of Flesh and Blood Uprising. I apologize, this is going to be a little bit of a ranty video as I crack some boxes for the patron Jonathan S. over here. But I'm going to be talking about market conditions, the prices, and what's going on as we crack these. And I am going to, like I said, have to apologize in advance because I've been watching everything with the sealed box prices and the single card prices and what's going on. And it's, how do I say this? It's kind of a disaster. It's kind of a mess right now. And, you know, the weak market and has not been very kind to what I consider as, good Lord, a beautiful, God, that's a gorgeous piece of art. Our first Majestic and beautiful foil common. The market has not been kind, period. So, as of the filming of this video, boxes of Uprising are down to, well, $75. I believe there's even some at like $68 a box. Yeah. Here's the problem. The larger issue is the amount of actual volume of those selling and what's going on is very low. Whoa, that is a wild piece of art. Majestic number 2 already. Beautiful foil, rare. The volume, the velocity of sales in the market, it has very little appetite based on the supply that's on the market. Okay? Foil common frosting. So, the single cards. The single cards of this product are just getting flippin' annihilated right now. Ooh, combustion point. I haven't seen that piece of art up close. That's pretty neat. Wow, Majestic number 3. And look at that. Fogged down our first foil Majestic, which is probably going to be our only foil Majestic. Apparently, you only get 1 per box. At least in the first video we did, we cracked 2 boxes. We got exactly 2. Which is a really fascinating thing. Because the single card prices are unbelievably cheap. You know, everybody complained that Flesh and Blood was an expensive game. All scam, this, that, too expensive. Well, guess what? Guess what? The public got their wish. The company increased the print run to the moon. And guess what happened? All the single cards are essentially cheap, and all the basic rares, common, there's no basic rares or single cards with any value. So the market got what they wanted, and God, the cards look so nice. Cards look so good. You know, even these comments, like look at this Aether Dart. Look how cute she is. Look at the hat. You know, I mean and now that everybody got what they wanted, you can hear a pin drop. Everyone's quiet. And what do I always say in the world? Ooh, in case. Wow, another Majestic. What do I always say in the world? I've said it over and over. Over and over for years. When the market and people stop complaining about how expensive things are and how the supply is, when the complaints go away, you know you overprinted and you know you're in big trouble. Well, guess what? You can hear a pin drop out there. Ooh, wow. Silken form. I haven't seen that artwork. That's gorgeous. Rise from the Ashes. Succumb. And Transmogrify. It is so difficult to get some of these chase cards, and there are so few available for sale, and yet they're cheap. The flippin' Fabled card, cold foil in this, is like $130. Like a week past release. Invoke. Sigil of Protection. Foil common. That's beautiful looking. Wow, that foil pops. Like, you can just tell, and here's the kicker. The prices are so cheap, and yet they're still not selling. They're still not selling. And that tells me the market still has an issue. The market still believes, wow, burn them all. The market believes that the prices are still going to tank. And buyers are not stepping up. And it's not that people don't like the product. Every single person I've even shipped the first wave of bundles to and kits, golly, red hot. That is a red hot card. Beautiful tone. God, I mean, look at the cards. Flipping beautiful, man. Oh, burn away. Oh, burn away. Good Lord, she is... Jesus. Nobody's complaining about the cards, the quality. Nobody's complaining about the art. No one's complaining about the dragons. There's just, you know... The people who want the cards are like, no, I'm not buying. I'm just going to wait for everything to tank like every other thing. I mean, like, you know, I had some patrons. And one of the patrons is, he has his own YouTube channel. And, you know, it's not, I'll give you a hint. It's not dining room magic. It's not bedroom. It's not bedroom magic. I'll give you a hint. It's in the kitchen. And, you know, some other people were talking about a recent video and different things and made comments to me. Well, foil comment. I guess that could have been. God, those stilettos look so cool. They made comments to me about, Rudy, you notice they made comments in their video talking about that every single fab box is under MSRP. They can't even get the products to hold MSRP. Whoa. What is that? A race face? It's like a guy punching and like erasing a face? I've never seen this card. When a race face hits a hero, cards and tokens they own lose all class and talent. Wow. Cards and tokens they lose all class and talent types. I'm not specifically sure what talent types that wording references, but that seems kind of powerful. Anyways, yeah. So essentially, there's been conversation how Flesh and Blood, this is the fourth set that, guess what? Ever since they increased the print runs, every single set cannot even hold MSRP of $99 a box. Not even $140, $150. The product can't even hold the price. Ever since the print runs went up, the product is just completely not able to stand on its own. No matter how much I like it, how much you like it, and no matter how much we like anything, that's what the market's telling us. And on this particular situation, the cards, hey, everybody got what they wanted. Flesh and Blood was too expensive. It was all this and that, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? I thought everybody'd be happy because everything is, I don't want to say worthless, but everything is pennies and cheap. There's no expensive cards anymore. Whoa. Whoa. What is this? Look at what we got here. Ladies and gentlemen, our very first legendary pool. Ghostly Touch. It's a weird looking like gold frame, but it's a rainbow foil. It's like black and white. I haven't even seen this card before. That's pretty wild looking. Okay, well, we got a legendary card. That, you know, when I can be negative. Well, you know, it's probably worth 20 bucks. You know, but the problem is based on supply. And the thing is, I actually believe LSS reduced and cut the supply and tightened it. And, you know, I've warned everybody. I've warned everybody. If you do not cut supply, the market will destroy you. You will not make it through this bear market. You will not make it through. I've warned everybody. And anyone who doesn't do it, you are going to get nuked. You will not make it out of this. And, you know, I believe Flesh and Blood did tighten the print run this. At least, you know, I believe that's the comments they made to me. I believe James. I believe the company. But at the end of the day, can you imagine if they didn't? Great. Look at his horns. That looks cool. Strategic planning. God, these illusionists, these dragon cards are wild. So anyways, box 2, folks. Sorry, Jonathan, to make your box opening into a rant video. So far, I mean, you got a legendary. This is a race face. I don't know what's going on with that. You got one foil majestic, I guess maybe in each box. The box, but again, I don't, you know, I have to see how things settle, of course, moving forward here. But I'm just kind of ranting because I started paying attention and I did the first box opening and I was blown away that these stores are selling, you know, a brand new set for $68 and $75 in TCG Player. Just blows me away. Tome, duplicity, okay. Reading the ripples. Just blows me away. Blows me away. And, you know, it shows that also map pricing, any form of stepping into the market doesn't work. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. There's nothing we can really do to modify what stores in the market's going to do. You can complain, you can try to put a floor, and you can do whatever you want, but the market's going to do what it's going to do. And that's where we're at, folks. God, that looks... Oh, look how nice that looks. Dang, that looks cool. So, I just, you know... I guess it's me ranting because it was nonstop people complaining about, oh, everything's expensive, everything's expensive. Hey, another erase face. Wow, double tapping the erase face. Okay. That seems kind of cool. You know, it was just so much of it. For like Flesh and Blood's been out for 3 years. 2 of those years was literally people complaining about the prices, no one plays it, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, really? Holy crap. A second legendary. Okay, box 1 and box 2, legendary in each box. Wow. Okay. Flame scale furnace. We got illusionist equipment and the old draconic. Wow. Now I notice they're both rainbow foil. Holy smokes. I still haven't even seen an uprising gold foil, man. I'm like, these things are rare. And yet they're like pennies cheap on the market. I'm like, well, I mean, that's why the box prices aren't able to support themselves, because all the cards in the box are just being, put on the open market as almost worthless. I don't know if it's because no one is playing with uprising cards. There's no archetype and none of the cards are playable. Spreading Flames, Majestic. And of course, Rising Resentment. It's a really weird thing. And I guess I'm just complaining about, how everybody was so upset. Print runs go through the moon. Everything becomes cheap. And now, well, I guess everyone's supposed to be happy. But instead, now that everything's cheap, there's people just, hey, nobody, there's no confidence. I'm not seeing confidence. I'm not seeing confidence in the market. I'm not seeing confidence in anyone stepping up to buy single cards. I mean, when I see boxes on TCG Player, it's $68 on a new release product, and they're sitting there and they're slowly selling, and then moves back to like $75 on a new release product, and I'm like, wow, that doesn't even, there's like, people don't even get excited to pay that price. The market's questioning that price. Ooh, Hypothermia, another Majestic. Foil rare. God, no cold foils still. Look how rare, like, the cold foils and Marvels are. And yet look how cheap they are on the open market. Like, how many boxes do you have to even hit, crack open to get some of these cards? And yet the market's like, oh, don't spend any money on boxes. You can just buy cold foil Marvel for like $20? Like, what? Like, what is going on? So, it's a sign of many things. I can blame the market, I can blame distributors, I can blame LSS, can blame me, can blame anybody. Wow, Fog Down. Really? Fog Down was our foil Majestic in the other box. So both boxes had a foil Majestic Fog Down? That's a lack of variety. It's a weird video. Both boxes' video had legendary cards. Both of them had the same foil Majestic. What a weird video. That's a strange one. Burn them all. Another Majestic. And of course the Lava Vein. Oops. Totally just hit the camera. Hang on. Anyway, so, it blows. See, and I don't want to, I feel like this is what happens when you listen to the public, or you listen to the market, or distributors saying, oh, we need 1 million boxes, pre-orders, we need 1 billion. Well, essentially put, ever since the print run went up, and now everything's been trying to find that sweet spot, now we got a weak market. I thought for sure Uprising, around release with the tighter print run, I thought for sure it would be 100 to like 120 range. I thought it would hold at least around MSRP. Now my brain is immediately going, what the hell would have happened if they just, if they didn't throttle it, if they didn't reduce it? What would have happened if they kept the print run bigger? Like what would have happened? Shit would have collapsed like to zero. God, another Fog Down? So weird. It's like our third or fourth Fog Down this flipping video. All right, last pack of box 2. Jonathan, I don't know if you did good or not. You got 2 legendaries. Both your foil Majestics were the same. Super weird video, ending on a transmog. Again, so this is video 2. We've done 4 boxes. 0 cold foils. Although, I'll be honest with you guys, in this particular video, we got 2 legendaries. No extended art in this video unless I missed it. I'm just venting. Because I just can't believe what I'm seeing. The card stock, the quality, the art, the flavor, like, this is a beautiful product. And stores all over the country and the public, they're not taken to it. I don't know if it's just this cruel summer of the bear market that's nuking everything from Magic sets to Flesh and Blood sets to just everything across the board. I just don't know. I don't know if it's a temporary thing, but based on what I'm seeing, Like, the next Flesh and Blood set moving forward, like, they have to cut the print run more. Or I'm assuming they cut it this time, or in doing the waves or the 2.0, whatever the exact internal details that, I don't know the details of it. I'm just guessing there. But, I mean, whatever it is, the next set, they're going to have to reduce it further. Because it's just, I mean, in a couple months, by the time wave 2 hits, and then another restock wave in the future, like, and then that next set comes. I mean, this set, Uprising, is probably going to be, what, $50, $60 a box? I mean, Everfest boxes in the supply is just completely, just absolute, I don't want to say disaster, nuclear fucking mess, but the amount of supply on the open market, it is not really the most important factor. It's when you look at the supply on like a TCG Player or an eBay, people aren't buying them. Even at like, I saw Everfest boxes at $65 a box on TCG Player and like sold listings and cases and things. And they were sitting there. And they were just sitting there when I was filming, before I filmed this video. That means people aren't stepping up and saying, wow, I'd like to own that box at $65. $65! Can't get a bid or a buyer. That's, if your demand is not high enough and you don't have enough people having the confidence wanting to spend money on the game, even in a weak market, the only thing the game company can do is adjust the print run down to where they believe supply should, or where they believe demand is. And unfortunately, with all these things going on, even Magic, look at Baldur's Gate, came out, collapsed. Well, set and draft are doing okay, but the collector boxes came out and dropped, 20, 30%. I would consider, not really collapsed as zero, but came out and dropped. Collector boxes of Baldur's Gate was a 300, came out and dropped all the way to 200. Unbelievable. Never seen that fast of a movement. And, the problem was, the market rejected it. And when the market rejected it, the supply got bottlenecked, the market started to collapse. And, obviously the product could have been better in Baldur's Gate situation, but the supply was too high. Supply was too high, and the market penalized it. The supply was too high. That supply bar was set so high, the demand was too low. They didn't connect evenly, and the market beat the shit out of it. And, I'm looking at this Uprising situation, and it's a beautiful fucking product, man. I'm still learning and seeing all the cards the first time. It's only my second video, so I've only done 4 boxes. And, I don't even know if my patron Jonathan did good. He got 2 legendaries in 2 boxes. To me, that should be like ridiculous home run. But, I don't even know if these legendary cards over here, what are they, $10, $15? How can a legendary card, oh wait, that's right, everybody wanted things to be cheap, right? The players want it to be cheap and accessible. Well, careful what you wish for, because when it happens, you may not like the side effects.